Tim Scott has announced that he is suspending his presidential campaign, which came as a surprise to his own staff. The South Carolina Republican senator made the announcement during a televised interview on Fox News with his longtime friend Trey Gowdy. Multiple campaign staff members confirmed that they had no prior knowledge of Scott's decision before he announced it on live television. Scott, who has been polling in the low single digits, had previously stated that his campaign was focusing on Iowa in a last-ditch effort to improve his chances in the Republican presidential contest. However, it is unclear how many staff members were actually relocated to Iowa after the campaign manager's announcement last month. In a call with campaign staff following the interview, Scott acknowledged that the announcement may have caught them by surprise and that he had tried to be as strategic as possible in dealing with the situation. Just before making the announcement, Scott's campaign sent out a fundraising email titled, "One Last Chance." Scott's late qualification for the Republican National Committee's third debate put him at risk of failing to qualify for the next debate, which had even higher criteria. His campaign had been struggling to meet the required donor and polling thresholds. Additionally, the campaign had spent significantly more than it had raised, with $12.4 million in expenditures during the third fundraising quarter and only $4.6 million raised. Scott's announcement came after he canceled a scheduled trip to Iowa, citing the flu. He started the interview by expressing his eagerness to get back on the campaign trail after recovering from the flu, but then revealed that he would no longer be a candidate. Scott's withdrawal from the race is disappointing for establishment Republicans who saw his fundraising abilities and softer rhetoric as potential alternatives to former President Donald Trump. His departure follows former Vice President Mike Pence's decision to drop out as well. Despite high expectations, Scott's campaign failed to gain momentum. While describing Scott as a spokesperson for the Reagan, hopeful, optimistic message, Senator John Cornyn expressed disappointment in his struggles. Scott's advisers had previously dismissed suggestions that he might be running for vice president. When asked about endorsing a candidate in the primary, Scott stated that he would recommend voters study each candidate and that he would not weigh in on who they should endorse. Scott had recently introduced his girlfriend, Mindy Noche, after months of teasing her existence. He brought her on stage for photos after a debate in Miami. Throughout his campaign, Scott had faced questions about being a 58-year-old bachelor. But he assured an audience in Iowa that he was dating a lovely Christian girl.